I'm no stranger to occasional ignorance or hurtful statements. Microaggressions are nothing new, and whether they be in the form of unintentionally cruel comments about your situation or person, or blatantly stereotypical generalizations about your identity or culture, they have no place in our community. The brunt of microaggressions are generally without malice, although they can have long-lasting negative impacts on our peers.
March 2nd. That was the first day my sister and I, Maria Fetter, and I, Andy Fetter, have worn masks to school. And this was before a statewide mask mandate was put in order, and this was before quarantine. So the thing was, my mom came back from Korea, and she gave us masks to wear just because she wanted us to be safe and healthy around other kids, which is totally understandable. And with that, we faced a lot of xenophobia. They didn't feel safe with us with or without our mask on. They thought that we had corona, just wanted us suspended.
So I'm in 10th grade at North Harford High School, and last year when we were in school, I witnessed several times several white students blatantly saying the N-word to each other. It could have been just like in passing or in a conversation, and sometimes it was even joking. And oftentimes it was in the vicinity of a teacher who just did nothing or stayed silent. So at the time I didn't speak up or say anything because I didn't understand how to be a good ally and I wasn't educated, but now I understand how blatantly disrespectful that was to the entire African American community, not just at my school.
And said that I was bisexual. After I posted that, I got a lot of subtle and not so subtle hate comments. Some were just calling me the F slur and some saying that I would go to hell or that's a sin. Even if many were supportive, these comments still stuck with me.
I was talking about how my parents were both healthcare workers. My father's an anesthesiologist and my mother's a nurse who teaches at a school and also works at another hospital. And I was talking about it, and for context, my father's Peruvian and my mother's Mexican, so we're all Latine. And when I brought it up, someone was like, wait, I thought you were Mexican. I don't think I have to explain why that's a microaggression, but came off as pretty racist.
After having a political debate with another student, I proved their point wrong with a statistic, and because they didn't have anything to rebuttal with, they just called me the N slur.
One day I was in the 9th grade and I was in government class, and I was sitting with one of my friends and we were just doing a group assignment that we were assigned to do. This one boy was talking a little bit too loud and I asked him if he could quietly just lower down his voice. And instead of him telling me yes or no, he decided to tell me to go back to my country, which was very racist to me and made me uncomfortable. I was in drama class, which was a virtual class like 2 months ago, and this girl saw my name and she asked me if I was from Wakanda, and I felt that comment was very ignorant, so I had to leave the class because I did not feel comfortable in that class anymore.
I have been called slurs many times and nothing was done about it.
However, if we start to think before we speak and consider the weight of our words before they leave our mouths, we can definitely be better as a community and do better for each other.
These are all experiences of intolerance and microaggressions that students all throughout HCPS deal with on a daily basis. If you would like to join...
Voices of Equity is a countywide movement of student leaders committed to educating others within our respective communities, providing brave spaces for everyone to speak their truths in order to promote equitable outcomes and futures. If that interests you, join Voices of Equity.